All right, if you've been following my community posts, you know we've had some issues here, so I'm going to update you on pretty much my week. Went to the doctor Monday, started setting up some MRIs and stuff because my back's really bothered me still. Some of you know I've had back problems for a while. We're going to get some MRIs. Come home and my dog was sick, real sick. Took him to the vet, and he was on death's door for about 2 or 3 days. Today he's getting better. He's starting to eat again. He's moving around. He's more playful. But we were having to take him down there, and the vet was having to sedate him to get fluids in him and to give him some medicine. But the first day, he kind of fought it a little bit. Second day, he was so bad that he just laid there and let the vet pretty much do what he wanted to do. The third day, he was back a little more peppy, and then he got better after that dose. They had to give it to him twice, the sedation, because the first time the vet stuck him, he moved and he got about a third or a half in him from the injection. So he let him calm down a little bit from that medication. Then he come and injected him again, and that injection made his tongue hang out. And he come home, he couldn't walk, had to carry him in the house. And he slept about all night. He woke up the next morning. I heard him barking at the buses that went by, and I'm like, that's the first time he's barked in a couple of days. Throughout the day, he got a little bit better and a little bit better. And then today, he's eating, not a lot. Of course, we're limiting his food, making sure it's a bland diet, giving him some food, but not letting him just eat like crazy. But he's doing better. My stuff, I'm going to give you a little story on this. You know, Finally broke down and got some insurance. And some of y'all know the Januvia story, my blood sugar medicine. Without insurance, it's $626. With the insurance, it's still $370 with insurance. Yep. And I thought, well, that's 3 months supply. That's $100 a month. It's high, but it's doable. She said, no, that's 1 month. That's 30 pills. I was like, nope, we're going to change it. So we're trying to fix something else out on that. I'm still taking the Glimperide I was supposed to be taking the Januvia with it. But Monday night, when I went to the doctor, my dog was sick and all that, I broke out in just ungodly rash. My skin turned blood red. I had webs all over me. I'm like, this just day just keeps getting better and better, right? Benadryl and some antacid knocked it out. So that's doing better. No more rash. But this week we haven't posted much videos. My dog got sick and it was really bothering me. And on top of that, I had found some property, some perfect bug out location property. We were supposed to meet this Wednesday to close the deal on it. Well, while I'm at the vet Tuesday evening around 4 or 5 o'clock, I got a call from the owner of the property. Told me I just can't sell the property. I don't want to sell it right now. So this week it's just been, you're up here, right? You're like, this is going to be a good week. We're looking at property. Everything's going good. Health insurance, MRIs, everything's going the way it needs to be going here. And we're going to get some stuff figured out, and we're going to have a perfect bug out location that is big enough for the whole family type deal. Well, everything this week just crashed down, right? Some of y'all have weeks like this. Hell, some of you may even have days like that. You wake up real up here, you're like, today's going to be a good day. And by the end of the day, you're like, I just want to go to bed, right? But it's been that type of week, and I haven't been posted. I've been putting stuff up on the community page, but some of you might look at it as dumb, but when your dog is sick, that dog's basically my best friend, right? He obey, he's a good dog, you know, but he's doing better. We're getting my stuff rolling here to try to figure out exactly what's going on in my spine. Some of you it's stuck with me. I'm having issues with belly pain, chest pain, shoulder pain, numb arms. They're wanting to do an MRI this time of my whole spine. Usually they just want to look at my hardware in my back. Well, you've had spinal fusion. We need to look at that. And I keep telling, I'm hurting above it and above it, but this time they're going to try to do it all. And if any of y'all's ever had hardware in your back and you go get an MRI, that thing gets pretty hot. Your hardware does. I don't know how we're going to do a full spine. It may have to take breaks or something. But I'm waiting to, insurance, my luck, the way it's going, insurance is going to deny the MRI, which is absolutely ridiculous. But it hasn't yet, so we're going to wait and see what happens there. The hurricane in Florida, I mean, we still got stuff going on down there. We've still got North Carolina that's still needing help, And what are we heading into? Election. Election's coming up here pretty quick. I will say this, the veterinarian that was working on my dog, we stood there the last time he done the IV 2 days ago. We were sitting there talking, and we got on to politics. Now, he's a hardcore Harris supporter, right? He was telling me how the economy is the greatest it's ever been since Biden took over. I'm going to tell you something. Usually when a Democrat, I'm a constitutionalist, but when a Democrat and someone who's voting for Trump, Republican, whatever you want to call yourself, they can't get along, right? Me and him was able to stand there and have about an hour-long conversation without anybody getting mad and upset over it, right? Because we were able to talk. I said, I get tired of trying to talk to people who thinks their way is the only right way, right? No matter what you say, they're not going to change their mind and you're wrong. I've always told you I'm open-minded. I like to hear people's opinions on stuff. And he listened to mine. But one thing we both totally agreed on, our vote don't count. It's the Electoral College that's going to put them in, whoever wins, right? Our vote really don't count when it comes down to the end of the day. But it was pretty neat to be able to stand there and talk to a highly educated surgeon. Some of you be like, he's a vet, ain't much to it. But this man had worked in a bio lab. That was how he was doing before he became a veterinarian. He worked on stuff like trying to figure out cures for diabetes, and he worked with Ebola, which I found very interesting. We sat and talked about Ebola and how that stuff spread, and it was a neat conversation with him. I wish I'd recorded it, but my dog was getting IVs in the back of the truck in the parking lot because they wouldn't bring them in because he snapped at the nurse. But we're going to see how the rest of the week goes. Deer season's opening up here in my area of Alabama, I believe, next Tuesday. I believe that's the day it opens up, the 15th. It's been a crazy week, and it's probably going to just get a little bit more crazier as we go. The closer we get to the election, the more craziness is going to go on. We're going to have wars everywhere. Let's take some time here and see what happens, right? Keep prepping. Do the best you can. I know money's tight. Do whatever you can do. Prep up the best you can do. I'm not telling you to go out here and spend your credit card money or take loans out to prep, but try to stock up the best you can, really, because either way this election goes, there's going to be a little bit of chaos after it. I don't know how much, but something's coming either way. But guys, there's the video. Thank you to everybody that commented on the community page, and I'm sorry I haven't got videos up this week. It's just been really hectic, back and forth everywhere. A property deal fell through. Sometimes you just want to say enough's enough. But guys, keep your head on a swivel. Be aware of your surroundings at all times. Protect yourself and your family at all times. At that moment, you're the only person that can do it. Stay safe. Keep prepping and prep up as much as you can. I know money's tight. I know that. But do the best you can. Walmart's having big sales right now, and Amazon's having big sales. Not Tractor Supply, but Harbor Freight's having big sales. So, there's deals out there. And also yard sales. Y'all know me, a lot of my prep stuff comes from yard sales. So stay safe, keep prepping.